we're hanging out on Twitch, and the patch has not gone fully live yet, but we've got patch notes. So we're gonna go over the patch notes, and we're gonna see how the patch turns out today. We master beta tested here, so come hang out with us. First things first, we got a new splash loading screen, and we got all the way over here. We got the new Weapon X costume. That's going to be some sort of an event that probably is over the top of the Silver Samurai event campaign, which is confirmed in the patch notes. Notice no nipples. Then we've got a Pharaoh Venom, and then this right here is X23. Somebody pointed out in chat, you can see her toes. And then we've got the Emma costume. Also in the game, and everybody keeps asking about, is the Doctor Strange What If costume. No word on how that's going to be released or if and when. They do mention in the patch notes some other costume. Let's get into it. 5.7 release notes. Over the course of this release, 3 new characters: Omega Red, Lady Deathstrike, Silver Samurai. Ability and stat improvements for Wolverine and Sabretooth. We went over that in a video yesterday. New costumes: Cyclops, Wolverine, and Venom. So we have no word on how Cyclops and Venom are going to be released. This is interesting. We've got a picture of that up here. Cyclops is under stealth a lot, believe it or not. So I don't know. And Wolverine Weapon X is also here in the splash screen. So that's going to be a milestone type. It's going to be an event over the top of the Silver Samurai character campaign. So it's going to kind of be like the vote for Loki. It was an event over the top of it, which I think is great. I like these events. I like those character release methods. I think it's very generous. Assemble your Secret Avengers team: Nick Fury, Winter Soldier, and Omega Red with Mythic Legendary event, the Red Death. I think putting a Secret Avenger tag on Winter Soldier would make sense. It would make the upgrade of him a little bit more palatable. Also, a lot of people are still pretty annoyed that they have to get all the Kree minions, which are garbage. Form a top squad with limited time honorable trait for the Silver Samurai event campaign, Curse of the Muramasa. Hope I said that right. So we didn't know this until now, so that's probably going to be a new event campaign. A lot of times those start on Friday, so I wouldn't be surprised if that started on Friday. And we probably will have offers for Silver Samurai today, if I were to guess. No clue though. Gear Tier 16, new Doom raids, fine, raid updates. This is probably the best thing in the entire notes. Raid update. The completion percentages requirement to unlock higher difficulties and earn first-time rewards have been reduced for Alpha, Beta, and Gamma. Yeah, a lot of people were not thrilled with the 100% requirement that was on there because that required all 24 members of the Alliance being coordinated, and if one person screwed it up, then you couldn't move on. You couldn't get the first-time rewards. That is a very player-friendly change. It's also a very casual Alliance-friendly change as well. Alliance War updates, somewhat controversial. New war-ready traits start with more war energy, updated room bonuses, more defensive teams, and a new do not attack toggle. New practice mode and more. There was an entire post about that, and actually there's some conflicting information from the patch notes and the actual Alliance War post. We'll talk about that. New negative effect: trauma prevents negative effects from being removed or flipped, and that is going to be initially only on Omega Red. He does put it down on more of his abilities in war, but one of his abilities does apply trauma on his primary target. And my understanding is that trauma, which is like the opposite of safeguard, is going to be a more impactful effect. Because having the ability to at your choice to be able to target an enemy and make sure that they can't remove negative effects is kind of a big deal. They can't cleanse it. Suggested device requirements and pop-ups will now display for devices below recommended required device operating instructions. Gear tier rings. I want to see what this looks like. Is this gonna be cosmetic? Yeah, like if you look at gear tier 13, it's like a very thin gold line. You can barely see it. And then 14 is like, wow. And the difference between 13 and 14 in stats is huge, but you had to really look at it. It was not obvious. So they're going to change that. Bugs fixes. So this is for Coulson. This has been in the game for a long time, and this is just a text change. It said that Coulson only got speed up on defense, but now it never worked that way. It was actually on war, offense, or defense. 2 significant fixes to death pool. She was not working correctly. Her passive ability will now trigger when she gets the kill. That is a big deal. And then also her middle special ability was not spreading negative effects if she killed the primary target. All of this is a big deal. There's still one other known bug on her that I can think of off the top of my head, where there's a damage cap in the game. Maybe it's like 20 million damage. And that was happening with 6 red and 7 red death pools, where if she had offense up and then attacking into intermediate defense down, she would do like a 54 damage or something like that. Kestrel's passive ability, Dimension Hopper, was sometimes not clearing her charge at the start of her turn. Offers containing war energy refill and defense boost currencies not being displayed in the finder screen. Gamora sometimes a little funky after assisting while empowered. Now, I've noticed that Kestrel sometimes has a funny look on the war victory screen with weird lips. Same thing with Gamora, Nebula sometimes. When accessing the save squads list, players were placed at the top of the list instead of their most recently selected squads. When searching for gear, character shards, and other resources using the Find the Supply store was shown as a source when the corresponding event store wasn't available. Ghost was sometimes a traitor, and she would stay on the other team. Yeah, they're going to fix that. And the interesting thing, there's probably more to be said what's not here. We're going to get to that. Visual fix, extra war credit icons displaying outside the victory screen after tapping skip. And a Doombot was not dropping into battle on Dr. Doom's turn if an enemy Kestrel was defeated by an ally Kestrel passive ability. Now, what's not here is that there is disappearing members of the Infinity Watch, specifically Adam Warlock. It's not mentioned here. I wonder if it was not fixed. We will find out soon enough. Now, Alliance War updates. I want to go over this because there's some conflicting information from today's patch release notes. And I believe this was a post that came out on Friday or Saturday, which was specifically about Alliance War updates. We're going to find out tonight. Practice mode, testing out team compositions and war battle strategies by practice against your Alliance War defense team. No room bonuses. So what this means is that, like, if you have, like let's say X-Force or X-Factor, right? X-Factor has this war offense bonus where they get like a lot of extra damage, right? Where Shatterstar's passive. That will be enabled, but the room bonuses won't. But any kind of like defensive heroes for hire with the charge mechanics and the revives and all that stuff, that'll be enabled and we'll be able to practice against it. Players will now start with 4 war energy, and then you can buy 4. So like when I do my war attacks, I was trying to go 6 for 6, get 6 attacks and 6 wins. Now it'll be 8 for 8. So that'll be at the start of the war. Now, per room, per player, you could only attack 2 rooms, 2 of their teams. Now it'll be 4. So it should open up and it should go faster. The war energy cap, I don't know why there was a cap on this anyways. It's kind of annoying, but they're raising it from 5 to 10. And players will now earn a total of 10 free war energy. And this is all because there's going to be 2 extra defensive rooms. So when the patch goes live, like my alliance has a very narrow window of about 2-3 hours to set those extra rooms all set up. So I'll be doing that as soon as I can. ISO 8 and War Ready. Now, new War Ready trait gives characters boosted stats when defending the hangar bay or cargo bay in Alliance War. And so this is a global effect, right? Not just a room bonus. Any character equipped with T1 level 4 ISO 8 or higher receives the War Ready trait. And we'll talk about this. This is where there's some inconsistencies here, and I'm sure we'll get more clarification by tonight. Each player now has to have 10 slots, so we get 2 extra team. Upgraded room bonuses. Cargo bay no longer grants the res and positive effects. That's now going to be going to the bridge. And then this is where we get some conflicting information. And this is for all War Ready. It says Cargo Bay now grants 20% to War Ready trait characters for all primary stats. Now, that is all defensive rooms. Now, this reads like it looks like it's all rooms. And I'm not sure if it's all rooms or like on the Friday post, it says defense characters. So all defensive characters will get the 20% primary stats. I believe this information here is accurate. And then it says the hanger will still deflect on offense, but now gains 10% to all primary stats on offensive characters, where that's not spelled out here. It doesn't say offensive characters. It does not say defensive characters. We will find out soon enough. And the bridge now has the cargo bay boosts. The rest of the information I think we've all covered. This was all in the other video. Now we can boost 5 rooms. There's going to be some different costs to the defensive boosts. You can attack 4 teams per player where it used to be 2. So that'd be very interesting. And then the alliance offers can put a do not attack, although that doesn't change the mechanic. It's just a marker and it's just purely visual. And then we've got the Wolverine and Sabretooth upgrades and all of that. And that was in yesterday's video. I'm pretty excited about the patch. Hopefully it's not super buggy, but we will see. Come hang out with Twitch if you want to test all the bugs with us. We'll be the Marvel Strike Force interns, unpaid interns. Actually, we pay money to bug test their game. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section. All right, guys, bye.